Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Prehistoria. I know it's been a minute since I uploaded a video over here. Settings have changed a little bit. I don't know if I posted a video whenever I was out there in the living room, but obviously I'm no longer out in the living room. I'm back in the room that I was in before. I just shifted angles a little bit. This was the door that was behind me right here, and now the way to the living room is over there. Things are going to be shifting around a little bit. I tried moving out to the living room because there's a carpeted floor. I wasn't directly into a wall or a corner, like I am in this mud room that I'm in right now. But it is the living room. I do live with family currently until they move out, so um, there's going to be a little bit of an echo until I can set up a room to be like my studio type thing, which I plan on getting. Um, Obviously, the room's already going to be carpeted, but I'm going to get some soundproofing. I'm going to try to get a better high quality microphone, but this microphone's not that bad, folks. If you're just starting out, this thing was like 15 bucks, 20 bucks. It's an on microphone over at Walmart. This little, what is it called? Pop filter, I think is what it's called, was like 5 bucks. I ordered online with shipping was maybe seven. And then the actual like filter thingy that like slides over the pop filter, maybe 4 bucks with shipping. So not terrible. But I figured I need to get this viewer count out of the way. I just got done streaming some Resident Evil Requiem over on Thunder Ducky. So if that's something that's piquing your interest, swing on over to my gaming channel. There will be dinosaur games here. I do plan on finishing King Kong, Peter Jackson's King Kong. I'm working on getting that audio jack plug-in for the Xbox 360 because I don't know if you guys are as old as I am, almost 30. The Xbox 360 didn't have an actual port that you could plug in your controller to, like right here. It didn't have that. You had to buy a separate piece to plug into the bottom part in between where your fingers were at to get a headset to plug into. So I'm looking for that, and then I don't even know if this headset's going to work with the 360. The plug-in might be too big for the hole. Take that as what you will. But we're going to be checking out the latest addition to the Muldoon Logs. And from what I recall, he uploaded like a 2 hour long video. So this is going to be the Muldoon Logs for like 10 logs. So this is like volume 1. And he already teased that 11's in the works, which is nuts. I thought maybe volume 2 would come down later along the road. But he might try to do a series in between. But he's already teasing 11, log 11. So we're going to go ahead and hop into it. So don't forget to do the fun YouTube stuff of liking, commenting, subscribing, turning on your bell notifications, share this out, friends and family on the socials. Let's see what we got. Ow. Right off the bat. Ow. Make sure the volume's all good. Should be good. Intro's already a bit longer. So I think he knew he wanted to end his first volume with 10.
She's convulsing, Muldoon. What do we do?
I'm on my way, Ray.
Oh yeah, he teased in this one the raptor attacks, so fingers crossed.
I see them, Ray.
You must act quick, Muldoon.
I've only got the Moro 709 with me, Ray.
We don't have a choice, Muldoon. She'll deteriorate fast if we don't act now. The damage could be irreversible.
Got one, but Storm's made a dash.
I'll follow her, Muldoon.
Him? Storm's a dude.
Cover me, Ray.
I've got eyes on her.
Good.
Muldoon, please be careful.
I need your eyes glued to her, Ray. We don't have time. I'm going in.
I see her. You're clear, Muldoon.
All right, I'm counting on you this time, Ray.
I won't let you down.
Kill the gate siren for me, Ray.
Done. And I've got a crate heading your way right now.
Good.
All right.
Okay, it's called Raptor Attack, so... Okay, so first and foremost... And by the way, in the bottom left-hand corner there, for the recommended videos, you can see that there's his complete collection of the Muldoon Logs right there. But real quick, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of 9, which I think was like 2-3 weeks ago, maybe at this point. Sorry, it's been a while. Just trying to find the time. I tried moving in the living room, as I've said. So finding time for specific recording videos took a little bit. Streaming, you can bullshit because you're like having a conversation. Recording, you actually have to sit down and actually like kind of focus a little bit. But at the end of 9, I did say it looked like she was faking it. So we got her doing this. It's called Raptor Attacks. At least that's the tease he put out in his posts section. So let's see what this has to offer. I'm assuming she's faking.
I can hear it.
The pilot's given me T-minus 40 seconds.
Yep, I see it.
She's straight ahead of you, Muldoon, crouched in the reeds.
The sound of the chopper is probably frightening her.
Good. Unless it's gonna make her do something stupid.
Update me, Ray.
Hasn't moved.
Yeah, Ray's being kind of quiet for the fact that he's watching out for a velociraptor that's coming in.
Still there, Ray?
Yep, the chopper is going to set down soon.
Honestly, this motherfucker likes to hide raptors in scenes. So one thing you guys might notice is I'm looking a little bit up. It's because I have camera sitting here on a box in the TV. I redneck the fuck out of this. Camera sitting right here on this box that the TV's sitting on that's behind the camera. So if I'm looking up, I am focusing, guys. I'm not looking at other shit. But yeah, he likes to hide raptors, so
Keep
I
the
didn't
bird in
see
the
anything
air.
there. Let me know if you guys saw anything. Did I miss it? By the way, when are they gonna hire him to do his own Jurassic Park shit? Like legit Jurassic Park shit. Like this is fan stuff. This dude could fill a theater with the stuff that he does. Are we gonna get a clever girl Easter egg? Huh? Still not seeing anything. That might be scales right there. Left side, right below the text. Oh!
Muldoon, are you okay?
Seriously?
What the bloody hell was that all about, Ray? I thought you had eyes on her.
I
Right?
did.
Computers are going to get someone killed.
Robert, I don't know
Never
what.
mind. I have to get the big one to Harding.
Even in 91, people were relying on technology.
I'm heading to the raptor pen now, Muldoon.
Okay, Jerry, the chopper's leaving now. I'll be at the pen in a few minutes.
She had a seizure.
Possibly, I don't know for sure.
Okay, I've got a few vials of midazolam that should work. It's reliable in reptiles and birds, so I don't see why it won't work for velociraptors.
I hope you're right, Jerry.
I'm almost at the pen. I'll talk to you.
There's a little bit of difference whenever it comes to that. In our current climate for animals, as it does to dinosaurs. So if you're saying I don't know why it wouldn't work for a velociraptor compared to things that we have currently, I think you're smoking a little something.
Later, Muldoon.
All right, bye. Storm's sister seems she took to the dart. The dose was meant for Rex, but it was all I
What?
had, and time was of the essence.
Shot a velociraptor with a dose designed for a T-Rex?
Storm, on the other hand, almost had her way with me. Tail twitch is always a good sign. I'll double check for
That's
adverse
a little
effects,
fucked up.
and then go strangle Ray Arnold.
Yo, I don't blame you. By the way, Ray Arnold, if you guys don't know, is the Samuel Jackson character in the original Jurassic Park.
Robert Muldoon, Game Warden, Isla Nublar, Tyrannosaurus Rex holding paddock inspection for September 29, 91.
So the
This here
viewport
is
they
our
showed in
elevated
Jurassic
viewing
World
deck
was always
over the
thing.
holding paddock, with its only
Oh, shit,
current
it's right there.
occupant, the Queen herself. She's asleep in the open again, no attempt at cover, no
Wow.
effort to conceal herself. An animal with nothing here that can challenge her has
Oh.
zero instinct to hide. That's the confidence of an apex predator with absolute dominance over its environment. We separated her
That
from
makes
the
sense.
juvenile for the lysine cycle this time. Couldn't risk administering supplements together. Too much aggression, too much competition over food. At their size, a dispute isn't just simply posturing. It can accumulate in death. The juvenile's reaching that threshold where tolerance disappears. So we stagger feedings, isolate them, make sure each animal takes its tablet without the other interfering. It's a strange thing designing animal husbandry protocols around chemistry instead of ecology. In the reserve back in Kenya, separation meant injury recovery, breeding management, or relocation. Here it means making sure two engineered predators don't kill each other over a medicated ration.
Tuh. It's like catnip for cats.
Any effective containment strategy begins with a clear understanding of the animal's core biological and behavioral requirements. With the largest land carnivore the Earth has ever seen, space is the first and most integral requirement. Always will be.
Maybe in 91,
People think predators
people
don't
thought that.
require it because they sleep so much. They see this, an animal lying still for hours, and assume the enclosure is adequate. What they
I mean, because shit, you had what? The Giganotosaurus, Cargonotosaurus. I don't think the Spinosaurus was bigger. And people thought it was back when like Jurassic Park 3 came out. But I don't know if that's been confirmed with the latest, update.
don't see is the territory that exists in the animal's own mind. In Tanzania, a single lioness would patrol a range that dwarfs almost this entire island. Not because she needs every acre at every moment, but because the option mattered. This pen meets the minimum physical requirements. The Rex can turn, walk, feed, rest, but minimum is not the same as sufficient. Large predators require gradients, open ground, cover, elevation, scent trails, variation in substrate. Without those,
Oh, nice.
behavior is affected. They become predictable. Predictability in a predator is not calmness, it's agitation.
Uh-oh.
The answer that all good zoos provide to counter this is enrichment. But enrichment is a poor substitute for territory. We drag scent trails, vary feeding locations, introduce novel objects she can investigate and
Oh, she's
destroy.
rocking your ass.
She engages, briefly, then she sleeps again. Not from contentment, but because there is literally nothing left to do. It's hard from a
So she gets
zoological
loose.
standpoint to try and understand the requirements of an animal that lived in a completely different world to us. In here, a cow arrives, is consumed, and the world goes still again for her. The separation from the juvenile has altered her patterns. She paces the fence line more often now, especially at dusk. She can smell the younger animal on the wind currents that move through the service corridors. That scent is both familiar and antagonistic. Kin recognition doesn't override competition in large theropods. If anything, it sharpens it. People assume aggression is a flaw in the animals. It isn't. It's a requirement.
Oh, for
A
sure.
predator that hesitates doesn't eat. A predator that tolerates rivals doesn't breed.
Well, not just doesn't breed, but doesn't exist because they have to fight each other, right? You see that with lions all the time. They fight each other over the right to breed, hunting grounds, dominance, all kinds of shit. So, I mean, it makes sense that it is a animalistic concept. I mean, people have it too. Wanting to rise up the chain of power, make more money, the best woman, the best car, the best house, right? This need to be better.
What we call aggression is simply an evolutionary solution to scarcity. We remove the scarcity, but the aggression remains. I remember relocating a problem leopard near Nakuru. She'd taken goats from 3 villages and had to be moved before the farmers poisoned her. We released her into a protected sector with ample prey. On paper, perfect habitat. For 3 days, she did nothing but circle the perimeter, testing every boundary, scent marking every tree. She wasn't looking for food. She was mapping ownership. That's what this one cannot do. No perimeter she can influence, no rivals she can displace, no territory she can claim. The glass, the concrete, the electrified barriers, they define her world in ways no wild boundary ever could.
So, quick question based off of the way that this looks and the fact that Jurassic World was built on top of Jurassic Park, the original, is Rexy or was Rexy, how do I phrase this? Was Rexy's pin what was turned into the Indominus enclosure? Because this looks like if you put a computer literally right where he's looking, you put a computer and a fat dude in a tight t-shirt and a small ass tie wearing a fucking hard hat. You put sexy Bryce Dallas Howard looking out the window. And the camera perspective is from Chris Pratt. I'm telling you, I think they used the same paddock.
A river can be crossed, a mountain can be climbed, but a fence hums and kills. We often talk about containment in terms of barriers and fail-safes, but real containment is meeting an animal's requirements so completely that it has no impetus to challenge those barriers. Space, stimulation, predictable resources, absence of chronic stresses. We meet some of those, others we can only approximate. On the preserve, if an enclosure failed, an animal returned to an ecosystem that could absorb it. Here, failure means an apex predator in an artificial landscape with no checks and no learned boundaries. That's why every protocol matters. Separation for feeding, controlled enrichment, monitoring behavioral changes. There's a tendency to anthropomorphize sleep as peace. It isn't peace. It's conservation of energy between demands that never come. In the wild, rest is earned between hunts, conflicts, migrations. Here, rest is the default state.
Oh,
Still,
jeez.
she is magnificent, perfectly adapted for a world that no longer exists, confined to one we built for spectacle and control. Our task is to ensure that, within these limits, her needs are met well enough that instinct does not turn into desperation, because desperation is when predators test fences. I almost feel sorry for her.
Oh my lord, oh my lord, oh my lord. Every lash for easy length. Okay, I didn't want you guys to hear this stupid L'Oreal ad. And poop juice. Okay, if it's health in a glass, why did you put it in a whiskey glass? This is a little different. Come on, get to the part where I can skip. Really? Next. Bye.
Watching me, Jerry. Just sitting there like she's deciding whether I'm worth the effort. But I can bet that if this pen wasn't here, she'd try and show me, that's for sure. Like Storm yesterday, Almost snuck up on me.
Yeah, I heard. Ray Arnold and his computers.
Tell me about it.
But she's alert and responsive. This is the first seizure I've documented in any of the park's animals, let alone a raptor.
You're certain it was a seizure and not some toxin or neurological infection?
Positive. Full tonic-clonic presentation. Rigidity, limb extension, mandibular clenching,
Damn.
followed by rhythmic convulsions. I administered intramuscular midazolam. The convulsions subsided within 90 seconds.
And the lysine?
I injected her once she stabilized. At this stage, it's going to be observation, monitor respiration, coordination, pupil response, and watch for recurrence.
Pupil
You're telling me
response?
this happened because she missed a supplement, Jerry?
That's my working theory. There are modified metabolic pathways dependent on InGen's specific lysine analog. Without it, systemic stress escalates. Neurological symptoms aren't out of the question.
Yeah.
Imagine that. An apex predator humbled because she didn't take her vitamins.
It's not a vitamin deficiency in the conventional sense, Muldoon. It's enzymatic compatibility.
Yeah, it's basically
They can
that.
process natural lysine, but not efficiently enough to sustain neural stability without our engineer compound.
So what's the long-term solution, Jerry? We dart them all once a week, drop them cold just to get a tablet down their throats?
I don't like it either. Sedation carries risk, respiratory depression, dosing errors, stress myopathy, but with an animal that refuses oral intake, parenteral administration may be the only reliable route.
She's staring holes through me, Jerry.
Yeah, she is.
No fear, no confusion. If anything,
Anger.
she looks irritated that we interfered.
That's consistent with rapid benzodiazepine clearance in theropods. Sedation fades, cognition returns, and they start remembering.
Brilliant. So next time we come at her with a dart, she'll be ready.
If this seizure was lysine related, which I'm completely positive that it was, maintaining her schedule should prevent recurrence.
Really?
She hasn't moved from that spot, just breathing slow, like she's filing this away for future reference.
With her, I would assume she is. Keep visual contact, note any tremors or ataxia, and call me immediately if anything changes, Muldoon.
Understood.
Define anything changing.
I'm currently in the service corridor between the Rex holding pen and the paddock proper. The adult was returned to the paddock, so both Rexes are back in here now. Tomorrow we should administer the lysine to the adult Rex. We can do that by simply leaving the tablet in the enclosure rather than separating, as the juvenile doesn't yet dare to approach the adult while she's feeding. Here's our juvenile, eyes glowing. Predators' eyes often appear to glow in the dark because of a reflective layer behind the retina called the tapetum lucidum. It acts like a mirror, bouncing incoming light back through the photoreceptors to improve vision in low-light conditions. You tend to see this in nocturnal hunters like live.
Seems like it is the prey like retarded that they're not recognizing that feat, or is there like some method to where it kind of like blends in? By the way, I might use this as the thumbnail. This is a pretty good image right here.
Or hyenas. She's waiting here, expecting a cow or a goat, since she hasn't eaten in over a week in accordance with the lysine protocol. She definitely looks menacing crouched like that, assessing the gate. She's realized that food isn't coming, so she's off. I must admit, it is good to see her approaching the gate, holding her own. As she grows, she's going to start taking up space, both physically and with regards to marking out her territory. We don't know enough of Rex territorial range, but I think it's safe to say that they...
Look!
This one has a knack for sneaking. I guess this is
Rexy
a
does,
perfect
that's for sure.
example of misconceptions people have regarding animals in captivity. Earlier today in the holding pen, we saw her behave quite docile and calm. People always complain about visiting zoos and finding the lions always sleeping. Let me tell you, when the sun goes down, they are completely different animals, as are all nocturnal carnivores, and the Rexes are no exception. Jerry, I
Rexy's always
thought you
been a
said they
sneaky
fed the
bitch.
big one this afternoon.
That's correct, Muldoon. 4 p.m.
The crane's still here.
Oh, I thought they'd have finished up by now.
Me too. I'll call you back, Jerry.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Why is the feeding gate still open? Christ! Andre! Andre! Close the damn feeder! No, no, no.
Uh-oh. She's a smart cookie, dude. Oh, that's a body, isn't it? Yep.
Good God.
Ah! Oh, shit. I'm used to watching these on my PC. I need volume 2. I need volume 2 right fucking now. Okay? Now, here's the deal with volume 2. You're probably already working on Alias Wada. A banger. The first one needs to be a banger. I mean, all of these have been great. The first one needs to be a banger. You literally just teased that the Velociraptor got out. Like the smartest Velociraptor that they had in all of Jurassic Park just got out. Do not, please, for the love of God, do not Stranger Things Season 5 with us. Right? Stranger Things Season 4 ended with Vecna winning. It ended with the Upside Down coming through Hawkins. It ended with, and I don't know how this happened, but it ended with the ash coming out of the sky as opposed to coming up out from the ground, which I guess could make sense with the smoke and, you know, the smoke up in the air and the ash falling down. So, you know, we'll negate that point. Basically, what I'm trying to say is there's expectations you have built into Volume 2. You haven't disappointed me yet. Please don't do that now. We need a killer first episode. Obviously, they catch the raptor, right? Obviously, everything turns out fine because Muldoon shows up in the movie. We don't have any... Well, we had a death. But we don't have anybody significant, like, right? Nobody's named in the first movie that died as an accident or an escape pertaining to the raptors, the T-Rex, whatever. So nobody named happens, right? Obviously it did happen, but nobody of importance, which means that they do capture the raptor and there's no problems. Other than, you know, who's already dead. Because clearly that's a problem. Unless you took too long of a smoke break, then they caught a break. But just don't disappoint, Awada. You've struck gold with this because Rebirth was ass. You have gold here. So please, for the love of God, do not disappoint.